So, dear students, today we are going to start the literary devices of the poem, that is, the Voice of the Rain, which we completed yesterday. And let's see, first of all, the poet has used the personification device. As we have already discussed, here the rain is talking to the poet, so it is behaving as a person. So, this way, the poet has used a non living thing as a living thing. So, the device in which the poets use non living as living is known as personification device. And see the example of this given in the poem. I am the poem of the earth, said the voice of the rain. So the rain said, I am the poem of the earth. Here the rain is speaking just like a human being. So this is personification. Next device we find it is metaphor. So you already have seen these types of devices in class 10th. You know what metaphor is. When we compare two objects without using like or as. So that way the device becomes metaphor. Let's see now in this poem. So an indirect comparison between the qualities of different things. So this is the definition of metaphor. And how it is used in the poem? I am the poem of earth. So rain is being compared to a poem. So I am the poem of earth. So this one line gives two devices used by the poet. First one personification and second one metaphor. So here I means poet, the rain, it is compared to the poem of the earth. So let's move to the another type of poetic device. Third one we find in this poem hyperbole. Hyperbole is exaggerated statements. Means when we talk about something in excess, in extreme. So there is no limit, as we are talking sea as bottomless sea. So how can anything be bottomless? So in extreme when the poets go, so that becomes hyperbole. And here the example is given to you. Next one, very important in this poem again, imagery. Imagery as it is related to images. So visual description of something is given there. How he has described soft falling shower. So you can just imagine the poet's way, how it is falling. It is falling very gently. So this way the poet Walt Whitman is trying to tell us with the help of an image, thinking about an image. So this type of device is known as imagery. So look at these again. First of all, we have seen personification. Second one, metaphor. Third one, hyperbole. And fourth one is imagery. So these devices are used by the poet in this poem, The Voice of the Rain. Now see the next very important part of the poem, that is theme of the poem. What is the theme of the poem? What do you find in the poem? So it is just describing the cycle of the rain and the enjoyment of the people just listening the voice of the rain and the poem. So let's see how it is described here. So the voice of the rain can be the fulfillment possible through the cycle of creation. As I told you, cycle of the rain, cycle of creation. So be it the cyclic creation of life and freshness by the rain, or the creation of a poem by a poet. So the same way the poem sent forth by the poet changes lives and returns back to the poet, still very loved. So again you find the comparison between poem and the rain. Both are sent forth and they are enjoyed by the people and then they go back to their origin. So this is the theme of the poem in brief. Let's see the next important part. What message do we get? See, it's very important. So in the poem, The Voice of the Rain, it gives a message to the readers is of giving back to our source. So we have to give back to the source, not to utilize the things unnecessarily without using anything. To give back using very nicely, or origin, using back to the source or origin. So again you find the rain receives life from the earth and its water bodies, and it rises from the earth, forms into clouds in the sky, and finally it falls back to the earth and its water bodies. So from where it originated, it gives back again life to the earth. So this is a message given by the poem. So I hope students these parts are very much clear to you.